Matthew chapter 14 verse 30. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. So we know the story of Peter when Jesus was walking on water, and Peter wanted to explore that possibility. Peter wanted to move into that realm of walking on water. He told Jesus, bid me to come. And Jesus told him, come. And he began to walk on water. But the moment fear came in, he began to sink. There is a possibility for you in your business to walk on water. There's a possibility for you in your marriage to walk on water. Question is, what is walking on water? We can see that it is humanly and naturally impossible for a man to walk on water. Human being naturally cannot flow on water. Human being will sink on water. So walking on water is doing the impossible, doing the unimaginable. This month of July and for the rest of this year, God is calling you to walk on water. In your business, God is calling you to do what you can never imagine. In your marriage, God is calling you to attempt what no one has done before in your lineage. In your finance, God is calling you to access what no man can never think of. That is walking on water. Peter told Jesus, bid me to come. Just as some person has been telling God, God, I want to access this opportunity. God, I want to do this thing in my business. And Jesus told Peter, he said, come. And God is calling somebody today. He says, come. Your business is supposed to scale up. Come. Your finance is supposed to experience increase. Come. God is telling you to come. And Peter was walking on water. Peter was doing mighty things in business. Peter's family was growing. His finance was expanding. But the moment fear came, Peter began to sink. Nothing sinks a destiny like fear. Yeah. Nothing crashes a destiny like fear. Fear is one factor limiting most people on earth. I'm afraid. What if I lose this money? What if this marriage breaks up? What if I am being sacked or told to stop concerning this job? What if? That is fear. What are the types of fear that we need to pay attention to and we need to be conscious of? Number one is the fear of failure. Fear of failure. What if I start this business and it fails? What if I try these things and I fail? What if? The fear of failure is asking you, what if? What if? What if I sat for this exam and I fail? What if I apply for this job and I'm not given? What if? What if? What if I die young? What if all this property I'm planning to get? What if I'm being robbed? What if? Fear of failure. Fear of failure. You need to pay attention to it. If there's anything in your life you are trying to do, anything glorious, anything great in your life, pay attention to the fear of failure. When the devil is asking you what if, ask the devil, what if not? What if this thing fails? Ask the devil, what if it does not fail? What if this business fails? Ask the devil, what if it does not fail? What if? Fear of failure. Number two is the fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. It says, I have not tried this before, so I don't want to waste my time. Fear of the unknown. I've not tried it before. Abraham might have told God, I've not been to that land before. I'm not going. Fear of the unknown. That is what is killing most people. Fear of the unknown. Try this new business or this product. I've not sold it before. What if I put my money and it never worked out? Fear of the unknown. That's the number two fear that can keep a man low. Fear of the unknown. The Bible says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by sight. So you don't need to know it before you exploit it. You don't need to see it before you exploit it. You only need to believe it. Believe it. It is our faith and belief that helps us conquer the fear of the unknown. A man of faith will never be afraid of doing what has not been done before. Number three is the fear of rejection. Fear of rejection. It speaks of, what if people are against me? Fear of rejection. Many people are afraid of what other people will say. And this is so powerful. Many people are afraid of what other people will say. Many people are waiting for other people's approval. If you wait for people to approve you, then you will wait forever. Look at Jesus. He never waited for any man to approve him. The only voice that approved Jesus was the voice of God. The Bible says, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him." Jesus never waited for another person to approve him. You need to overcome the fear of rejection. Several persons have great ideas they can work on, but the reason why they have kept it unattended to is that they are waiting for somebody to approve it. They are waiting for somebody to accept them. Fear of rejection. In what area of your life have you been afraid of what people will say? In what area of your life?